Welcome to episode number 2 of Regent TV. My name is Leland Stein, the co-owner of the Regent Theater, Arlington's showplace of entertainment since 1916. On our debut episode, we had an interview with Sal Clementi, a co-founder and leader of the Ultrasonic Rock Orchestra, ahead of their 15th anniversary concert at the Regent Theater, which was the debut of their original rock opera, Come Together, which was a lot of fun. And we've also hosted Ed Asner, who's been at the top of the TV heap of actors for 60 years or so. We honored him on his 90th birthday and had a weekend of performances of The Man and His Prostate, the one-man comedy show. And now we're heading into the holiday season and have a bunch of great shows coming up at the Regent Theater. Coming up next at the Regent Theater, we've got one of our favorite traditions. We're very big on our sing-alongs, and we've got the Sing-Along Sound of Music for probably the 13th or 14th year, and that's happening Thanksgiving week and Thanksgiving weekend, and you can come and sing along. We have a costume parade. You can come and dressed as your favorite character and perform along with your special goodie bag that we hand out. And it's a lot of fun, so don't miss the sing-along Sound of Music. We've also got a couple of things more on these later, but we've got one of our longtime traditions, our resident dance company, the Legacy Dancers of the Dance-In, for their annual holiday show. That's coming up December 6th and 7th. And also Doug Church, the true voice of Elvis, one of the most awarded Elvis Presley tribute artists, coming up the evening of December 7th and 8th. Of course, one of our featured performers you're going to be learning more about during this episode, and also see a performance. Odaiko New England's 25th anniversary show. We've got the Calamari Sisters, Christmas Carol coming up for the holidays, and the whole year ends with the big shebang, the Ultrasonic Rock Orchestra's New Year's Eve show. For more information, go to regenttheater.com. My special guest is Junie Kobayashi of Odaiko New England. Odaiko New England will be performing their 25th anniversary concert on December 8th at 8 p.m. at the Regent Theater. Welcome, Junie.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, we're delighted to, and so good to be able to talk to you a little, and maybe perhaps you could tell us a little bit about how things got started at the beginning with Odaiko New England, and what interested you to begin with in that form of drumming.
Sure. Actually, Odaiko New England was started by a woman named Elaine Fong, who played with a group in New York, a taiko group in New York called Sodaiko. They actually just celebrated their 40th anniversary. And anyway, when Elaine moved to the Boston area, she discovered that there was no taiko in this area, and she really wanted to continue playing taiko, so she decided to form her own group, and thus was born Odaiko New England, and that was back in 1994. So Odaiko New England now is celebrating its 25th anniversary.
And how long have you been the creative and managing director of Odaiko New England?
Well, I actually started playing taiko in the year 2000. I actually saw Odaiko New England performing at First Night Boston in the year 2000, and at the time Elaine was the artistic director, and she was handing out flyers for workshops, and she was also recruiting for members, performing members. So I immediately signed up to take a workshop, and then since then I've just been doing taiko with Odaiko New England. And I've been with the group since the year 2000, I guess. And then there was a period where we had another artistic director, Mark H. Rooney, his name is, and he was the artistic director for a few years, and then he actually started another taiko group out in Washington, D.C. So now I'm the artistic director since for a few years. I don't remember what year I started.
And if, for people who don't know, how would you describe, you know, in a few sentences, what taiko drumming is all about?
Okay, well, taiko just means drum in Japanese, the word taiko. Wadaiko means Japanese drum, so when people say, in the United States, when people say taiko, I think they generally mean like Japanese-style drums that are generally big, play with big sticks. And actually, this form of taiko that we perform at Odaiko New England is called kumidaiko, which means ensemble drumming. And this is actually a very new art form. It's not something that's been around in Japan for many years. I mean, obviously, taiko is used for festivals and accompanying like theater music and things like that, and also for religious ceremonies. But taiko, just for the pure sake of entertainment and to watch on stage as a performance, is a very new art form. And it was actually started by a man named Daihachi Oguchi, who's a jazz drummer, or was a jazz drummer. And that, you know, he decided that he wanted to use Japanese drums for just playing music, and he started to group Japanese drums together and played them in an ensemble, basically. And that's how this kumidaiko art form was born, basically.
We now have your company, Daiko New England, is in our Regent underground space is where you
Yes.
have your rehearsals and your practices, so we're very happy to have you there. And of course, now leading up to this big 25th anniversary performance on December 8th, can you give the folks a little bit of an idea of what to expect at the concert itself?
Sure. Well, we have currently a performing group that consists of, well, we have this process where we have apprentices, people, you know, and we have members, and basically members and apprentices are going to be putting on a show. There will be 13 performers playing big drums. We also have an amazing guest artist from California. Her name is Tiffany Tamaribuchi, who's going to be playing odaiko, which is the big, really big drum that you play up over your head. So we're very excited to have her joining us. And it's going to be, some of it will be some modern music, and other taiko music that we're playing is also based on Japanese festival music. So we'll also have a flute player who's playing with us, two actually, Japanese-style bamboo fue called.
Wow, well that's quite a bit.
It's like
There's a lot going on for people to check out, and one of the things we talk about at the Regent a lot is how we kind of, without even trying, we've become kind of the United Nations of theaters, because we have so many different cultural groups and people from around the globe and ethnic groups from Boston that present different shows for their community or to share with other communities, and that's one of the most rewarding things about what we do here. But how about we give the people a little taste of some odaiko drumming?
Okay.
From, you know, we're so happy you brought something to give a sample of tonight, and let's hear a little bit from
sure.
Junie, and we look forward to the full performance of Odaiko New England on December 8th.
Yes, please come join us in celebrating our 25th anniversary.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, that was really something. Thank you, Junie, for that quick demonstration and wonderful sounds of Odaiko, New England, and taiko drumming. And as it turns out, as I mentioned, they are now rehearsing, and their practice studio is right here in the Regent Theater Underground. And also for many, many years, our resident dance company, the Legacy Dancers of the Dance Inn, have been rehearsing in the Regent Theater Underground right below the main theater. And they're coming up on a big concert, their annual holiday concert, 2 nights, well actually 1 night on December 7th and the next morning. And one of our most popular shows of the year, and in fact could be sold out by the time you're viewing this. But we do have a taste of last year's show nonetheless, so you can get in the holiday mood with a Legacy Dance Company. As you can tell, we have lots of traditions at the Regent Theater, especially around holiday time. And coming back by popular demand, we've got Doug Church, the true voice of Elvis, who's been with us a number of times and one of the most acclaimed and awarded Elvis Presley tribute artists. And that's on the evening of December 7th, Saturday, and also an afternoon matinee on Sunday, December 8th. And Doug has been so kind enough to give us a little preview and a little taste from out in Graceland or somewhere in the hinterlands of the USA. Take it away, Doug.
Hello everybody, this is Doug Church. I just want you to know how much I'm looking forward to seeing you all at the Regent Theater coming up December 7th and 8th. We're going to have a good time singing Christmas songs, gospel tunes, and a whole bunch of other great Elvis fairs. So we hope we hit on something that you like. We hope to see you. And until then, be safe. God bless. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Regent TV. And I want to make sure that you tune in for our next episode, which will be a very special one. And we're going to go live from the Regent Theater stage. Well, not live, but we're going to take you on location for the Calamari Sisters. And they'll be in rehearsal for their fantastic holiday show, which is full of music, mayhem, and craziness. And it's called A Calamari Sisters Christmas Carol. And you won't want to miss that if you like cooking and fun in the holiday season. So please join us next time for Regent TV. And we're so glad that you tuned in today. And we want to make sure you spread the word and come back the next time and enjoy.